Hello, welcome back to the Manjula Awakening. My name is Kiana, and I am going to do a collective message today. This is a general message, so please just take what's for you and leave the rest for someone else. If you would like a more personalized reading, you are more than welcome to schedule a personalized session with us. All of that information is down in the description box below. Today we're going to look at some overall energy, see what's the most important message that collective is going through at this time. And then we'll look up some blockages, the challenges, whatever just shows up for us. We're most definitely going to look at some blocks. So the overall energy so far has been the Eight of Pentacles. So this is all about, putting in your work. So this is a reading, overall energy about work. Learning something new in regards to work, communicating something in regards to work. This is also your life purpose. This is, perfecting your craft. This is understanding what it is that you're powerful in and mastering and learning all that you can about that craft so that you can figure out how to make it uniquely yours. The Temperance card. Balance, patience, the alchemist, especially with these herbs in the background. I might be speaking to a few healers. This is midwife. This is practitioner. This is definitely a healer that I'm speaking to. There needs to be there's this need to learn better self-care. Subconsciously, you know this. Yeah. Subconsciously, you know this, but you have been fighting it. Ooh. Okay. I shouldn't have shuffled. Let's pull some guidance. Let's pull some guidance from an oracle deck before we get deeper into that message there. Since this wanted to come out, let's see what comes out here. What goddess, God, or guardian has a message for this collective that I'm speaking to that is needing a message based on their soul purpose? I'm going to do 7. If nothing comes out from here, I'm going to switch decks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Bottom of the deck is watch your words. Let's see. What must be surrendered? What must the collective surrender in regards to this overall energy? What must be surrendered? Let's go there. Overall energy. What must be surrendered? This is most definitely... The message that I'm getting immediately is there's a need to surrender to some self-care off top. Especially with surrender your attachments to the result is at the bottom of the deck. And the card that flunked out over here is surrender your ego. And that's blue. That's all about throat chakra. So speaking your truth. Being grateful no matter what the outside circumstances are to you. Be of service to others and come from your heart. Cultivate gratitude. Be of service to others and come from your heart. A big ego can work against you, but humility will further your goal. This is, okay. This is a message for someone who is trying to get into their life purpose. They are trying to walk their divine path of being a spiritual healer. I don't know what your significance in the spiritual world is, but I'm definitely speaking to someone who is a healer. You may write, like I said, you may produce candles, healing candles. You may produce healing aromatherapy. There's something in the spiritual, holistic person that I'm speaking to, and they're trying to figure out a way to cultivate a living off of this. And what must be surrendered in order for you to be able to see the long-term stability of this is to surrender your ego and to be grateful for where you are at this moment, what you have at this moment, and never stop doing for those around you. Definitely don't do, especially when it says come from your heart. Don't say you'll do this for your neighbor over here expecting some type of limelight in return, because the limelight, the attention that your ego gets is your payment. So are you trying to get your ego known, or are you trying to get your life purpose known? That's what I'm feeling, especially with this surrender your attachments to the results. Don't worry about let's see. I'm not saying don't get paid. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying don't base your craft off of your living. And I know that sounds naive to say, but don't put an expectation on what you want your life purpose to bring into you based off of where you currently are. Because the biggest picture is that if this is our true divine purpose, then where we are is nothing but a glimpse on the time clock, you know? So let your path and your product or your purpose that you're trying to bring to reality, let it be, don't confine it to numbers that you're currently basically needing. So if your rent is $850, don't say, well, I'm going to sell 2 candles for $425 so that I know my rent is paid when I sell 2 candles, because I know I can sell 2 candles every month. No. That's not doing it. It's not coming from your heart. That's coming from necessity. And when you're doing your soul's purpose, you taint it by doing it based on necessity instead of your heart. What is your heart calling for? Anyways, let's get into this message, guys. What is the blockage? The High Priestess, the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, the Five of Cups, and the Nine of Cups reversed. So the blockage is somebody's most definitely somebody is not financially stable, and because they're not financially stable, there's a sense of financial codependence. And because of that, there's this focusing on the loss and not focusing on the lesson. You know, we all have ups and downs on this thing called life. But it's really a matter of how do you hold on at the bottom? Like what is your perspective while you're at the bottom? Is your perspective, oh, everybody always hurts me? Or is your perspective like, okay, let me see where I went wrong? Because ultimately, there's nothing that we can control outside of ourselves. That's why it's important to have a healthy and positive perspective on the situation. Because when we attach ourselves to an end result, then we get pulled in to this feeling lost and my dreams are never fulfilled. But the thing is what you wanted was not fulfilled. Your attachment to that specific result was not wanted. Was not gained. It wasn't gained. Your true hopes and dreams was not gained. But it doesn't mean you didn't obtain anything through that. So it doesn't mean that it wasn't working for your favor. That's why you must surrender your attachment to the results. I don't care what it looks like. I care about what your perspective of what it looks like is. That's what needs to be fixed here. All right, so let's get some guidance based on this reading. What is the most important guidance that the collective needs to know at this time? What is the most important guidance that the collective needs to know in regards to the cards on the table? Spaceship. Don't be afraid to sing. Like, don't be afraid to go out here and make a wave. Don't be afraid to go out here and paint your sun however you want it to be. I'm trying to get in the camera. This is your message, spaceship. Don't be afraid to sing, which is a 7 card, which I said 7s is all about perspective. That was another video, but 7s are all about your perspective. So this is most definitely elevate your perspective. Sing, be happy, rejoice in everything that's happening, because it's all happening for your good and not against you. And then the subconscious message is, you get to decide how bright your world is. Your perspective alone determines how bright your world is. Do you want to see it as if that you're always losing or that you never get your way? Or do you want to see it as, well, I wanted that 2022 Volkswagen Jetta. But what I got, no, I'm sorry. What I wanted was that 2020 Volkswagen Jetta. But what I got was a 23 Hyundai Sonata. So, nope, it wasn't what I wanted, but it was still a blessing. Something better. So you get to determine, your perspective determines what your skies look like. Are they sun and shining, or are they gloomy? Stop looking at things from an ego perspective. All right, collective. So that's what I have for you at this time. I hope that this message was helpful and healing for your spiritual journey. And in all that we say and all that we do moving forward, collective, let's choose peace. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe down below.